Yo, you know what's crazy right now, dog?
What's that?
Like, you'll pull up to a fast food restaurant, and I don't know what's going on with this shortage of stuff, but
Of everything.
niggas is telling you we ain't got no lettuce, we ain't got no sour cream,
No milk
we
crates.
ain't got we ain't got this. I think that's what happened. Niggas stealing food, and then they decide what we gonna do with the crates. The home stack them shits up. Hey, look what I made. But you can't walk up that shit.
Watch me.
Man.
How much you want to bet?
Nigga did. 1, 2, 3. Nigga did 9 first. My bad, y'all. I had to count. Nigga did 9 first. This is just 3 steps. And it's about like, man, make that shit higher. It's fucked up bad.
And use all them shits over there.
There's a lot of numbers that get thrown into that shit. Now you using 36 boxes. Trying to make it to level 6. Yo, y'all niggas don't play Mortal Kombat, though. Y'all know how that shit go. Just because you beat the first one don't mean you'll beat that last one, alright? That's a lot of fucking steps. Dog, that's crazy, dog. Like, I'm going to different fast food restaurants. Niggas telling me, no, we got this, we ain't got that. I think that's a sign. That's like, yo, grow your own shit or find a fresher market or some shit and start making your own burgers at the crib, because these niggas ain't got it. And when they start getting it back, it's like, where you think they got it from? Somebody made that shit.
Yep. That's quality. Quality gonna be fucked up.
That shit right now.
Every time I roll up, you be with the shit. Well, I can't just chill without the other shit. Look at my phone when I put it down. I was about to get.
You gotta be safe, bro.
When I leave, you call my phone. When you coming back, when on my location like a Uber app. Wanna get high with my niggas while we talk papers. Roll it in the guava leaf for the raw paper.
What it is, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Joint Conversation. It's your boy D.
And it's your boy AD and Marley. Yeah. No hit.
Listen, man, welcome back. You feel me? You was just rapping about some shit, I'm sure.
A whole bunch
y'all
of
was listening and whatnot. He's dropping and shit.
nosy motherfuckers.
I fuck with y'all, though.
Good, bro. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You know, God blessed us.
You feel me?
Again.
We here for made it through another week. You feel me? How was your week? How was your... Matter of fact, kids started school this week, right?
Yeah, they did.
How was your first couple of days? You see the lighter?
They wasn't too bad. You feel me? I got some good reports. You feel me?
Okay.
She did her homework. You know, it's all good.
Well, it's only been a couple of days, so I'll check back in on that later.
He adjusting. He wakes up and asks for her. Whatever her sister at, you feel me?
He ain't used to sis not being at the crib.
Nah, so vibing with him, watching Marvel movies and shit. Trying to get him, on his own vibe, so he understand how to fend for himself when she's not around.
Yeah, kids and people period get bored of when they by themselves. Make sure he don't be around here trying to climb no crates and shit.
Yeah, that's why I keep him off the internet. It's not a safe place
at all, bro.
I see what the fuck adults were talking about, and that's when before the shit was even this goddamn bad. I see what they was talking about when they was like, yo, the internet ain't no place for no kids, dog.
It really ain't.
You see some of the dumbest shit.
The dumbest shit. They so and what's the word? And the fuck impressive? Like not impressive.
Impulsive.
Like they impressionable. That's it. That's
impressionable. I said impressive.
It's easy for their ass to just see some shit and just want to go with it, but this is not. I don't think this is not one of them things that need to be going viral. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like to say this is not one of them. This is not one of them.
It's really not.
But what is it and why?
What possess? I mean, it's a. You know what it is? You know what I feel like it is, man. It's a plot of the white man to keep a black man down, just to keep us showing. No matter how far you get, no matter how you get, they gonna knock your ass back down to zero. Yep. Where all these crates coming from? Tell me.
Yeah.
All these goddamn crates covered. Niggas riding around the hood just dropping off crates in the hood. I ain't never seen these many crates. And the niggas is going to grocery stores and stealing crates.
You know what
It's a bunch of milk. It's a bunch of milk and dairy products on the floor right now with no crates. Because niggas around here want to climb and step on them, bro. I'm tell you one thing. I'm tell you motherfuckers one thing about these crates. When your ass go to the hospital unconscious, your ass gonna wake up vaccinated.
Vaccinated with COVID.
Yeah, you're gonna be vaccinated. You want to climb crates, you gonna wake up vaxxed. I'm telling you. Tell you that right now.
Listen, I done seen some bumps and bruises.
Your ass ain't qualifying for life insurance. You down some crates. I'm tell you right now. You ain't qualified.
Nah, but you know what, dog? You know what it is? Again, people like to see, they like to see funny shit, one.
Mm-hmm.
And funny shit usually involves somebody getting hurt.
Yep.
For another person's
For another
amusement.
person, right?
So,
like to see niggas. They like to see niggas fall.
Happen where one group of friends on some jackass shit was like, "Yo, I bet you X amount you can't climb this shit," and niggas started building it.
Nigga, that shit started small. That shit started small as fuck at first.
No, this was a $5 bet that you can't walk over 9 boxes. And they came through and said, "Boom, let's make it 36. I'll give them 5 Bs if you can do it." Bets already taking place.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga tried it. Another nigga tried it. Another nigga tried it. Another nigga tried it. Now this video go viral, and other niggas are like, "Oh, I could do it. Better than I could do it.
Let's go find some crates."
All right, and then you just pull up to a meat market and you got a bunch of crates sitting outside. Like,
These
right here in the hood. I can take you to the fucking meat market. And
it's true. I know it's a shitload of crates at. But niggas are riding around collecting crates. This is some hobo shit.
I don't know what happened.
I didn't say the other word. I said hobo. HOBO. Not the other one. You gotta make sure. I gotta make sure I let that be known. I gotta make sure I let that be known, dog. But I gotta be safe, bro. I gotta be safe, bro. But yeah, like you were saying, people amusement, somebody else gotta be hurt.
So now when the video went viral, you just get a bunch of other niggas on some monkey see monkey do shit, and they would justify it as it's fun. Well, why do we have old people doing it? That's my question.
This is the fun that everybody motherfuckers crazy enough to get their ass on top of them crates. When fuck they self over.
Listen,
for 30 seconds to a minute of fame, bro, just to say, "Oh, you did it, oh."
Nah, if I do it, you gotta give me my bread, like,
bro.
This
these motherfuckers ain't betting shit. These motherfuckers probably betting. Ain't nobody. What's the post that went viral with it? Niggas can stack crates together, but can't stack no money together. Niggas ain't putting no money together for somebody else doing that shit. That fucking post went viral too. Everybody posted that shit. You got niggas posting that shit. Nigga owe me money right now. Nigga, you owe me money right now. Ain't got the nerve to post that. Oh, nigga can stack crazy but can't stack no. Nigga, you owe me money, right? What my money? Fuck out of here.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That shit wow, bro.
Listen, man, shit's dangerous as shit. Okay,
we gotta be careful out here, man. I got a friend working in the medical field, man. Already somebody that came in the hospital with a severed spine behind this shit. No movement in their legs right now, type of shit. For a couple seconds or for a couple minutes of fame and shit, just to say you walk across some crates.
God bless y'all. Alright, y'all
be
careful out there.
Please be careful.
Playing with this goddamn
with these damn crates.
Y'all already try to give yourself
and don't get caught stealing these fucking crates.
Anemia? Were you anemic?
Mm-hmm.
It's called anemia?
I guess.
I'm not sure the medical term for it, but y'all already try to fuck yourselves up by dropping ice water on yourselves Talking about y'all doing it for the. How did it help?
I ain't
That's my question. How did your 42 views help?
This is
You either do it or you donate 10 bands. That's why they started getting celebrities.
So then regular people just start pouring ice on themselves. But
and now you can't stand when the fan is on 3. Every time you come in the room, we gotta put the fan on 2 for you.
Too cold. You cold forever now.
Talking like your teeth clicking.
It's just like that shit. It's just like that other challenge that early challenge. that early challenge a couple years ago. Well, like a while back when the motherfuckers used to jump in the air and they friends was like kick their feet. You ain't see that shit going around
like a low kick, like a
yeah,
Kombat swipe.
Yeah, people jump in the air and they not. You ain't trying to jump to miss the kick. That you jumping in the air and they kicking your legs purposely.
That was a challenge?
That was it wasn't a challenge, but it was like some viral shit going around. People was actually doing. It wasn't like a leg swipe challenge, I don't think, but it was some stupid ass shit that was fucking people up too.
Imitate a Mortal Kombat movie or some shit.
But you know what it was? I think what happened was
There's no way you telling me.
What happened was I believe they did it to. It was a video that went viral of somebody doing it to their friends as just like some funny shit. And then it turned into some shit. Just like most shit, they make it seem like motherfuckers just doing it as a prank or.
Man, fuck the challenge. I want to know about the niggas who's out here pushing these goddamn crates when the nigga gets to the top. What's in y'all soul?
What's in y'all mind?
Y'all is mean, dog. Like
I seen the shorty do it. I seen the shorty do it to the old dude. Then I just seen a dude do it to a whole woman. I was like, yo, at the top.
The nigga do it like a jit did it to
the
big old boy.
Man,
like yo, that's not get back, dog.
That's not. You see what these shit doing to these people's backs and their bodies and they
at number 6 too.
Shit.
Niggas don't wait till you at like 4 and then I can just knock you off.
Well, niggas wait till you. Wait till you up there. Long way down. I don't know how you finna land.
Your equilibrium is like dumb focus.
Do you understand the corners, the edges, the material? Those crates hurt, bro.
Why? Nothing about it is.
Nothing about this is conducive to your health. How Jim Jones?
I don't care what you put to support it. Talking about, I put zip ties on like 8 of them. You feel me? So no shit's gonna hold.
And then motherfuckers, and then that's the fucked up part. The whole situation. This is the whole basis of the challenge is not stable. They're doing this in the grass. The whole basis of this whole situation is fucked up from the start.
Foundations for shit.
This is fucked up from the start.
Yeah, I can't lay the foundation for a challenge. Y'all just place that shit anyway.
Niggas thought, okay, it's stable at 1. Maybe it'll be stable at 6. Yeah, okay, you put somebody on that bit. Everybody grass ain't stable. Like, granted, that nigga who did that shit rolling that blunt, they grass is on point.
He good, man. You got shit well.
He did that shit.
No problem.
He did that shit.
His grass every Tuesday.
Smokes to you. I would say if it was drinking, it would be toast, but smokes to you, man. And he was rolling up anyway, so.
Yeah, that shit was cool. That shit was cool as shit.
That boy did that. You seen they changed, they turned them into the logo.
The Hood Olympics. This is what we call them, the Hood Olympics, bro.
This is the Hood Olympics, bro. This is the Hood Olympics, bro. And the prizes are hospital bed.
No, that's just like the
I see somebody say y'all doing this challenge and coming to the emergency room like we got beds.
I gotta deal with COVID people and you.
Doctors already walking out.
It's not their fault. It's all your fault.
All your fault.
What? I can't hear you. You broke your jaw.
Harlem Hospital ain't giving beds out no more.
Yeah.
I got it.
You can't talk. You broke your jaw, kid. Like you landed on a crate. Do you remember falling on these shits when you was a kid?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That motherfuckers ain't had childhood. Y'all don't know how falling on one of them crates feel from ground level.
Like just getting into a fight and just falling into a bunch of them shits.
Got me fucked up. That what y'all got.
Add gravity, physics,
weight, yeah, all that good shit. Yeah, not me. Good luck to y'all.
Sorry.
Stay safe. Gotta stay safe on that shit right there, cause that ain't it. That is not it. We got a lot more shit going on.
You got niggas get found out. You feel me? Like we finally getting cases solved and shit. Y'all niggas out here trying to kill yourselves.
Facts. That was crazy too.
That shit
15 years.
This challenge come out. There's a whole flood going on. Y'all niggas jumping off of crates. There's a whole flood going on. I think in Tennessee.
Yeah, I believe it's in Tennessee, but like y'all niggas we got bigger shit going on. You got a point though. We got a lot of shit coming out and a lot of shit like breaking news, and now y'all niggas want to climb crates, and that's what's going on now. Niggas, they done dropped crates. I told you. See what I said at the beginning?
I'm not saying
they done nigga. You said it. This is the new crack. This is the new cocaine.
No, it's not.
This is the new cocaine.
Challenges the new cocaine.
This is doing to what slavery and coke did to the black folks in the 80s.
This guy.
Nah, all jokes aside though. All jokes aside, we got.
This is people, man.
It is
people.
Though. We got bigger
it's
shit
just
at
as
hand,
bad
dog.
as my bad to just jump into it, but it's like just as bad as people, like flipping a switch on sha'carri, the young lady, the young Olympian, ninth place Olympian.
Speak on it.
You feel me? It's like y'all was just rooting for Shorty. Y'all was all on her team. Let her run. Let her run. Let her run. If things was difficult, whatever the case was, I'm not gonna make no excuse for nobody.
Right.
I don't know her like that.
Right.
But Shorty ran her race. She placed her place. Said no hate to nobody, you feel me? But she'll be back. She's a competitor. Y'all over here talking about you see all that shit you talking, you gotta humble yourself. You gotta humble yourself because that's what happened when you humble yourself.
I'm doing that.
But that's what they sound like. Ain't nobody really saying shit. You gotta humble yourself and then your legs will be faster. What you trying to say? God took her gift away from her because she smoked? Because she was stressed out?
Shit, anybody, they want to speak on top of that. Like she wasn't, what about her not being, what showed her not being humble? Because she just, that's the thing, like.
You ain't even know her when she first jumped. You just instantly jumped on her team. Now you got to know her, you're like, whoa. Alright. What type of culture is that?
You was talking shit and then you ran this. Niggas. Like she wasn't even my thing is I'm trying to figure out when was it that she was talking shit. Is it because when she did
tweeted the miss me yet?
Okay.
I know you miss me.
What form of talking shit is that? Like it was
letting it be known. Hey America,
I'm not there. Like people was just on her, so of course she gonna act. I would ask that shit too.
And then at the same time, it's
she ain't pinpoint nobody.
How old is she again?
She like 21 maybe, I think.
She's a young athlete.
Yeah, but it's
awesome. When Muhammad had to box, when these niggas gotta play ball, you think these niggas just trying to be political the whole time? No, we finna ball on these niggas. It's light. I'm sure they great athletes.
They don't tell nobody. But they don't tell nobody else be humble. That gang, and it ain't even about her being arrogant. Literally, when the Jamaicans swept the Olympics, she congratulated them. So, in what form was she? In what form was she talking shit? She do anything
for you to sit there and say hi. That's why you got to be humble. Where does that stand?
Saying. Where on what basis did they say that?
Maybe where she placed
now, and then my thing is it be what, and I always say it's always what people be talking about. I would understand if they would have said that. Okay, some people are saying that because of the post interview, which was maybe it was in bad taste or maybe it was in bad fashion. But even still, what was wrong with her saying that she coming back? She ain't done, and she telling y'all to talk all the shit y'all want or talk all the bad shit y'all whatever.
Is it because
what about that
language?
Didn't say that, but it ain't that. Be humble, be this. Nah, y'all just saying that shit. Y'all saying that shit cause she a woman, man, a black woman at that, and it's like, oh, be quiet, hush yourself. Like people don't everybody take a loss and everybody don't handle that shit how you would think you gonna handle that shit. And some of y'all ain't even in a position to take a bigger loss to where you know how you finna handle a big loss. So shut the fuck up.
Is it?
That's it. Simple. Shut the fuck up.
Outside of what I just did, have you seen what I've done?
It's a fact.
Who are you talking to?
But
You know what I'm saying?
That's that build up of people been wanting her to lose. So it's like they finally got it. So now it's like everything they've been waiting to say, here it come. Like we couldn't wait to say this shit. We've been waiting on it.
Y'all waiting to find somebody the chink in somebody's armor. You feel me?
But it don't go like that. This world done gave people an opinion, and they done gave people, and now
gave people a platform.
This what the social media done gave people an opinion and a platform to
when
speak.
your Facebook was only able to reach your college friends, your MySpace was only able to really reach your high school friends like within your vicinity, unless you knew somebody in another state that you could reach your day high school.
Right.
Then you go to Facebook, then you got no niggas by name or email. You can't really just search what school you go to and just find anybody because everybody ain't signed up to the school page type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And now Instagram here is like, alright, I gotta know you to follow you, and now I can just find you, and now you promote yourself. And now when you talk, people listen. Yeah. Or you just talk everywhere until people listen.
Nah, they just feel like they got talk. It just like.
Or now you can talk.
It just gave people. It gave people that not even they don't even care about the top. The problem is the people that feel like they got the right to say, or they feel like people don't have the right to say what they feel like they need to say or what they want to say. Now it's like this gave people a platform to have an opinion on what you gotta say. It was started to say what you gotta say, but now it's more like people speaking on what other people saying now. It was that's why the shit say was on your mind, not was on somebody else's mind.
Yeah, y'all niggas glad. I'm about to block y'all.
So I asked you, you say you didn't see the Boosie interview, right?
Nah, I didn't.
So basically, exactly what I thought was gonna happen, man. That nigga, when they say they flipped that nigga, I feel like they flipped his words and they flipped the whole situation to make it look like what he be saying is like some of the shit he be saying is out of line. As far as putting his hands on certain people and doing that and doing this. But as far as him having an opinion, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with him having an opinion, and they made it. It was like, it's like, okay. He's saying it basically, the agenda, like he feel like they pushing the certain agenda on the kids and doing this and doing that, and his whole situation with Lil Nas X and everything. And he like, I feel like some of this shit is not right. He pushing it, and they like, oh well, what about the rappers who been pushing the drug agenda and celebrating the drug agenda for all these years since the 90s, and it's like, damn. So now you want to use it like that, but when street niggas come to y'all station and tell you they not glorifying this is actually telling a story and they telling you what's actually happening, you agree with that shit. You be like, oh yeah, I do agree that you're not glorifying. It's just a story that you're telling. But then when it's beneficial for you to say you go with it now, and it's like
that's the argument that a lot of people have behind it. That's the only argument they try to put behind it.
But then you had an actual member of that community. You have an actual member of that community sitting in that same room with y'all, telling y'all that they somewhat agree with what he's saying. Not far as the violent part of putting hands on and doing physical harm to somebody, but certain ideas and certain agendas that they feel like in place feel the same way. And I done had that same conversation with those same people in those same type of communities. They feel the same way. It ain't like that. We saying some outlandish off the wall shit or some outlandish off the wall some type of opinion. It's just the fact that we saying it, and that's the problem with. And that's what I mean by it's like now you people so focused on what other people saying now, and that what became the problem. They want to control that. when it was just made for you to just say what you want to say, go about your business. But now it's like what you want to say is is about what somebody else had to say. And granted, you feel me? People be saying some crazy shit. Not saying that a nigga agree with everything that Boosie be saying. Niggas not putting his hands on somebody because they want to live how they want to live. But you can't deny the fact that some of this shit is done in a nasty fashion. And not saying that the way y'all living is nasty. It's the way that it's the way that it's put out there. The way that it's put out there being in the worst taste possible, bro. And that's all the niggas be talking about.
Like it's like at the same time you want me to just allow, dude to do what he do, and I guess y'all trying to draw the line in the sense of we let everybody do what they do.
Right.
It's gotten to a point that it's a no holds bars. Y'all niggas is talking about the hardest of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are out here saying about this, and I can't keep up with my dick and all type of extra shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just making explicit songs, so
right.
We just letting it be a no holds bars. All that degrading women and shit like that. That complaint, y'all niggas could dead that shit. If you don't like it, just don't vibe to this shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it's like we also have this door open to this shit. But it's just like when, for whatever reason, who knows how this contract gets signed, and everybody have to go with the fake Illuminati ploy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had the best behemoth, whatever the thing is, the go ahead in their videos. Everybody has certain pentagrams and all this extra shit in their videos, and certain symbols and all this extra. All right. Everybody was doing it. Why? Propaganda. Y'all niggas think Illuminati finally exposing themselves. Yeah, propaganda. Yeah, eat that shit up. Yeah, Beyonce.
Yeah. Hold all that.
Let me get that bread.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, granted, if there was an actual change and actual factual shit is going on and niggas is looking into different things and partaking in different things, so be it. That's not my business. It's not my life. But at the end of the day, things being supposed to be open and free and allowing to be artistic expression.
Mm-hmm.
If there are controllers, as artists always say, there is controllers, niggas that's this is what we want to put out. This is the type of things that we want. Whatever. And some niggas bite the bait, some niggas don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's the industry. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as in the entire media having to go with it, it's just like the entire media have to go with a song about straight cocaine or Molly or you in a club with bitches or you murdering all your ops or whatever the case is. They have to go with it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like they gotta support the shit. So, but it's like on the other end of a full blown agenda and everything like that. Of course, if they're a part of it and as they check it shit like that, they'll be like, "Yeah, man, you right." Off camera, they probably had that conversation like, "Bro, I agree with you. I understand."
Yeah, but to double back on it, it's the fact that it's like the fact that everybody who has an opinion on what he's saying now is who had an opinion on the interview now is like, oh he Lil Nas not messing with nobody, and I'm so tired of y'all niggas. I'm so tired of y'all talking about these hypothetical kids or these situational kids that this agenda is so called being pushed on, and it's like y'all acting like what he's saying. I get that y'all got your own opinion, but y'all acting like what he's saying is like some off the wall shit. When there's somebody sitting in that room just literally agreeing with him, and then you saying that it's the fact that you keep bringing it. Y'all keep bringing this person's name.
They keep bringing up his name.
Yeah, because granted it was Boosie, and that's who Boosie been so called talking about. So it's like,
but if a nigga start calling out all them niggas, is just like calling out. It's just like calling out all the mumble rappers and saying you guys ain't rap, y'all niggas ain't hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's a different type of cry. Like, yo, this shit it's a different influence to the kids, whatever the case is. But at the same time, it's like, yo, just don't let your kids listen to it. Don't let your kid watch it.
Yep.
If that's the type of stuff that you feel like is being pushed on children, then find a way to keep your kid innocent until this shit blows over or this shit, levels itself out. But right now, this is the rough terrain of trying to figure out how we could get this shit to just gel. Because you got a lot of niggas that's doing these crazy videos. You got a lot of niggas that's moving different, and they.
Okay, but it's like this. If a rapper put out a song or a video, however he want to put it out, and this is how as his debut song, as his first song. Now, you as a parent, you know what this person about, you know what he on, and now you have the free mind or the clear mind to decide whether or not if you want to let your kid listen to this type of shit. Now on the flip side, when this artist come out with some shit that's kid friendly and you listen to it and it's like, okay, I could let my kids listen to this shit. And he continue to come out with songs like, okay, this is okay for the kids. This is okay for the kids. Even when he come out as who he is, it's still no issue. It's still nothing. It's like, okay, you, but it's the follow up. It's the visual part of it. You know your kids is into this person, want to see this person, and he knows this. So why do it in this fashion, bruh? Why keep it like this? Why not keep your visual part of your shit knowing kids want to see you clean? It's not that your music sound crazy. It's what you put in with the music. So the kids might still like your music, but now when they want to see your video, it's some wild shit on it. Like, come on, bruh. It's not that you living the life that you living. Fine. Ain't nobody said nothing when you came, when you announced that you want to live how you want to live. And that's another thing. Y'all want to be so, stop treating y'all shit like a spectacle. Y'all treating y'all shit like a spectacle. Every time somebody decide they want to live they truth, you want to make it a big ass announcement. You want the red carpet to roll out or some shit. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, nigga,
just
we
vibe.
already knew.
Just vibe. Even if we didn't know. Didn't know. Why you don't just keep that your business until you want to hit the red carpet with your significant other? You want to make an announcement with nobody asked you. Nobody said nothing about the life that you live, and you just made an announcement. Hey, you just want to put your hand. I got something to say. Nobody asked you a question about that shit or nothing. And then it's like, okay, nobody said nothing about you living like that. You still put out music that's okay for. It's not vulgar, crazy shit. But like I said, when you put your visuals out, knowing kids want to look at you and see you, you got all type of crazy. Now your kid, now you like, yeah, now you
does he have, because I've seen artists that do 2 or 3 different types of music videos for one song, right?
What happened?
I said, I'm asking, does he have, because I've seen artists do this where they have more than one music video for one song, a censored version of his music videos. Do he have like an alternate version of his music videos?
I'm not sure. Even with the video of the latest video of him in the prison showers, that got the censored little blur shit over it, but it's still it's obvious what it is.
But all right, so videos like that, you feel me? On top of them being explicit, there's gonna be a different version sent to certain networks. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's
but
what I'm wondering
see,
if
but
his shit got alternate
you gotta
versions.
remember, bro. You gotta remember. You talking about networks?
Not
name a
online.
name a TV channel right now on the regular that plays music videos. BET don't, MTV don't, VH1 don't. You got BET jams now, that's BET, but that shit ain't even like. That's like your own. I'm saying that's like your one. Like your one, and now they don't filter too much, and then that's not even that's another thing. It's like, okay, that's when it comes to people saying, control what you can control. You kind of can control what your kids watch, but if you hear the song If you don't know that love that this person is causing this spectacle out here, then you don't know how they living. So if you just still got your mind based on how he came out and your kids listening to it, you don't put no second thought to your kids watching somebody in a prison shower or sliding in hell to give the devil a lap dance.
Right, but it's just like.
But it's not niggas. It's not the same. It's not the same as hearing. It's not the same as hearing WAP and knowing exactly what they talking about and knowing, yeah, my kid's not gonna watch that video or listen to that song. It's not the same. You feel me? And that's the whole thing. It's not the same because I know what WAP talking about. I know what they said, and I know what Lil Boosie talking about. I know what.
We can talk that shit, but we had songs like from the window to the wall.
Granted,
to the sweat drip,
granted.
blah, blah, blah.
Listen though, but listen. This is that.
Ski,
but
bro.
this is the
Everybody
point.
knows ski,
But
boy,
bro,
except
this is the point,
Adults know
bro.
what the fuck is a
No,
ski.
that's the point, bro. That's not no adults know what the fuck a skeet is, man. That wasn't no kids song. Kids just knew it, and that's the point. Yin Yang Twins ain't come out for no kids. Lil Jon ain't come out for no kids. Kids just happen to like them. So that's not that, and that's not. So that wasn't they. Granted, you gonna hear that shit on the radio. That shit gonna blow up. That is what it is.
I would just
That shit is what it is, dog. But
yeah, just saying all type of explicit lyrics.
yeah, we
I
was
get exactly
we
what
was
you
singing
said,
shit though.
like,
We was definitely, and that's the thing. Like
I ain't think your video was gonna be like this to this song.
for real. They like, oh, what about the rappers that's doing this? Yeah, the rappers doing this shit was not. Granted, the kids was gonna get it. It's the world. People gonna get their hands on shit if it's out there. But they wasn't coming out saying this shit for the kids. The kids just grabbed it, or the young people just grabbed it. And granted, the ones who grabbed it was like the teenagers, the almost grown people, the people with developed minds who know where they want to go with their life already.
That's probably the same perspective.
We are talking because we not talking about them 80s. We talking about the babies. We talking about the kids. We ain't talking about far as the teenagers, the ones who already probably, we ain't talking about 14, 15, 16-year-olds who probably already know who they are. We talking about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And granted, you still, these days you got one say, oh, I knew when I'm sorry, I'm not going for it. You feel me? I'm just not, even maybe you did, but I'm just not going for that being, that's going to be everybody's story, because like I say, I'm going to stand on this. Kids change their mind every day. You don't want to let your kid commit to some shit at 9, 10 years old that kid's not going to forget when you 14, 15, 16, and when you want to change the way you live, these kids going to bully you because of the past shit. And now you mad because your kid going to school getting bullied for some shit that you could have just told them to hold it down real, just to like live your life, experience some shit, make sure you know what you feel me? And that's the whole point. He like, oh, it's the same. Why? Oh, he asked, Charlamagne asked Boosie like, okay, so why when gay kids see all the straight propaganda, it don't make them straight? It's like, bro, stop with this stupid shit, bro.
What straight propaganda, fool? That's just the way of the world. Anything other than the way of the world. Okay, so let me rephrase that. Let me take that back. Right. We have a strong Western view of the world that kind of reshaped the world. You know, like they started mimicking us. So we're the new country on the block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when things are granted masculine and then it became domesticated and all this extra shit, it's like that shit became a norm in other countries and other places and shit like that. But naturally, no one's supposed to give a fuck what you do.
Naturally, nobody don't. But when you put it like, you give everybody the opinion.
No, but
Go ahead. My bad. My fault.
I don't know how things ran back in the day. You feel me? And how opinions ran back in the day. But I'm pretty fucking sure everybody did things
away.
You feel me? quietly. Like, not to say everybody has to do things quietly. Like, you know, you got your personality, you got your whatever the fuck that you want to release out there, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. You feel me? You want to be a gangster one day, and then you want to be a poet the next day, and then you want to be a fucking tooth fairy the next day. It's your business. You know what I'm saying? But back then it was like, you know, if it is out, wherever it is that is out, then it's not judged. And wherever it is, you know, probably frowned upon if you do it, then it's low key. But, you know, some people have a standard to what a man is and what a woman is and what you should and what you shouldn't do.
Yeah. You could do what you want to do.
Granted, the only thing that, you know, the only petition that's out there is what we call force is what somebody else call freedom. What we call exposure, someone calls rights.
It's all
now. It's
all
a
that
education barrier that separates everybody from being ignorant and being educated.
Yeah, and that just turned into words that just people just use to discredit your opinion now.
But I don't want to sit there and say that because, you know, you and I have had conversations between somebody who's speaking off of like facts and somebody who's speaking off of emotion. If you're speaking on emotion, I can respect that, but I'm not going to take it as a fact. Now, if I am speaking to you with facts and saying that the numbers haven't shown that, you know, with a survey of, you know, we're going to do it throughout the course of 5 years, we're going to just get a couple kids that we're going to expose them to thug rap
and see
as
well
as
happens.
homosexual
Right.
rap and to see what the numbers do.
Right.
That's a weird study.
That's some weird shit.
You feel me? Doing studies on people in general is awkward, but it has to be done in order to understand us. So, if that's the case, or if that's not the case, then there's no proven fact to say that kid is out here corrupting people on his lonely. Now, if we're going and we're collecting different shows, different this, different that, then at some point in time, we're going to get to the point where we realize it's not so much a propaganda, but it's inclusion. Now, there's two ways to do it, in my opinion. You could do it dramatic, like drop a Holiday Heart series, where you got to get somebody to play blue, and you got to get somebody to play Holiday, and now it's, you know, cross-dressing men and men who want to be women, whatever, and this just goes on and on. But you also have RuPaul Drag Race, where you can't really
that shit
really
been on for
what these men do, whether or not they got a family or if they just.
And that been on for years.
You feel me? So it's like, it's not really so much to say that it's propaganda. It's just more inclusion creatively. And now people are finding weird creative ways to, I don't want to say weird, but they're finding creative ways to include everybody. And a lot of people are finding that this takes was like when you start seeing more than one token black guy in a TV show. You feel me? Like, yo, y'all gave me a whole series with like 4 black dudes. What is this? Why is this on my television?
It's all on it's not. Okay, so, we get the inclusion. Granted, you deserve to be included. You deserve to see yourself everywhere. It's a fashion and a style that you do stuff.
But for us to dictate that, it's like when every man was walking with his dick out, you know, showing that he was a man, nobody could say anything. And when I say that, I mean that metaphorically and literally, because you had shit like Jackass when niggas always had their balls and dick out, getting hurt or some stupid shit, and nobody said nothing.
Yes, but why? You know why? Because that shit came out on DVDs where you had to go buy, and it came out at a certain time on TV when kids were supposed to be asleep.
But kids were still fascinated by these idiots.
Because they saw that shit somewhere that, granted, they probably wasn't supposed to see that shit, or their parents probably had the tape and they snuck and watched the shit, or they was up at night watching the shit when they supposed to have been asleep. It's not going on in the middle of the day when they could be watching cartoons on Nickelodeon or Disney Channel. This is on MTV at grown people hours. It's a fashion that you do shit. It's a style that you do stuff, bro. And Grant, shit was always like I ain't gonna say since the beginning of time, but for a long time, bro, a lot of shit that should have been kept behind closed doors was kept behind closed doors. And one of those things was your sexuality, bro. And not saying that you keep that shit, because I mean, granted, people walk around not saying that the other side is not normal, but the heterosexual way or the straight way was the normal way. So you gonna see that shit everywhere. It's not like somebody pushing that shit or showing you that shit or trying to put it on you. That's just the quote unquote normal way of life. And so it's not like somebody pushing that shit on you. So it's not like, oh yeah, keep that shit behind closed doors. That shit gonna be everywhere. You gonna see that. Ain't nobody not saying that this happening. Cause hold on, wait, hold on. Not to say that it's not happening. Not saying that this not happening. Because granted, I understand the violence that go with this shit. I'ma always understand that shit. I'ma always go against violence towards somebody's lifestyle. This is not what I'm saying. I ain't promoting nobody doing no harm to nobody. It's not what I'm saying. So granted, I have no problem. It's a lot of people have no problem with. Even when the way I'm speaking out right now, it's a lot of people who speak out right now have no problem with walking down the street and seeing people of the same sex holding hands, or to see people of the same sex living their life. That's you to live your life. It's no problem with that. Now the issue with that person would be if you was to come and like purposely do that shit, or purposely like, do that shit. I'm not going. Let me see. I'm saying, okay, there we go. I have no problem with seeing two people, even with my kid. I have no problem with walking down the street seeing two people living their life, however they want to live. Now, the same way that I wouldn't want two straight people to just be fucking on the next table next to me.
Yeah. I
wouldn't want people of the other community doing the same shit.
But respectfully, it's like if you are at a cafe and you look over and you see a man kissing his wife,
mm-hmm.
you feel me, lean over the table,
mm-hmm.
like, all right, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look over and you see like a young couple and dog just tonguing her down and they lit. They just waiting to either go to the movies degrees or waiting to leave here so they degrees. They just
mm-hmm.
You're like, wow, I remember when I was that age. And then you look over to your left. You see two lesbians.
Mm-hmm.
One sitting on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
She's stroking her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Making out. And you're like, oh shit. You looking at your kids and you like, hey, you gotta keep your eyes on your food.
Right.
Why?
It's mayhem going around.
You feel me? It's like not so much just, I saw two girls kissing.
I saw
everybody.
Every form of lifestyle.
Staring at them, trying to figure out why is everybody sucking each other's faces. Hey, you and mommy do that at home. Yeah, I know. Keep your head down. Eat your food. You feel me? Or in fact, let's pack this up. Let's bang it. But that's the situation because of that. Now you get the situation where it's just you, not just you in the cafe, but you're at the cafeteria, whatever lunch, whatever the case is. You at a place, and you eating with your kids, and you got somebody over here eating, somebody over here with their kids, they eating, and then you got two guys at a cut, they on a date. And he's over, he kisses her. They make out. Just a little bit. Deep down in the back of your throat, you probably got a distaste. Come on, man. I'm trying to eat, dog. Like, come on, man. I got my kids here, dog. Damn, dog. Look over this table. Yeah, right? Like, fuck. Come on, man. The niggas like, damn. This ain't because everybody kissing. Right. It's because we kissed. So, honestly, it's never like that's the weird ripple line that kind of divides people's real discomfort with the situation. Yeah, I have no problems with lesbians. Attractive ones at that. Like, I have absolutely no problems with that. But gay dudes do something and people lose their mind. It's like, yo, y'all niggas is money.
No.
Now, it's like, what you trying to say? People get upset when they see the biker chick. She got the low cut with the cut up leather jacket, and she's the man of the relationship.
No, it's not.
Nobody got a problem with that. They just give them a name and keep it pushing.
See, but that's the same thing. Just like we talk, that's the same thing. Like Boosie said, like live your life, do what you want to do. And him being a heterosexual male, I'm not gonna have a problem with two women doing whatever they want to do. And he said, as far as marriage, he don't agree with that. But two women living their life and having fun, whatever. Men doing their life, living their life, having fun, whatever. It's the fashion.
All that extra Did he mention all of that? Or
No, that's what that's what I. No, he didn't say that. He didn't say all that part. Me saying the fashion way is that's me adding my part too.
No, I'm talking about as far as like them getting married and everything like that. Did he help with it? Or
he was just saying like he don't agree with. He wouldn't like, and he said he don't deal with married people, period. But he was saying, as far as like two women getting married and gay marriage, he was like that ain't his idea or some shit. Like I still love my daughter if she was to be gay, but a wedding I probably wouldn't show up to that. Granted, everybody said, yeah, you'll probably change your mind. I agree, you'll probably change your mind on that shit too. I believe you'll go to your daughter's wedding.
You know what I mean? Parties niggas be like, nah, man, I ain't for the slide. Niggas still pop out too.
Yeah, but my thing is that's what I mean by he was getting his shit. They was flipping his shit back and forth because it's like he wasn't really saying. So many questions coming from here and there. It's like he can't go into depth here. He can't go into depth there. Even he said okay, you said you'll go beat up Lil Nas or pull him off stage if he was to get on stage naked like he said. Would you do that with women? He still said yeah. So it's like, and you still turn around and make it seem like it's just an attack on a certain community. And then that's saying that when a member of that community is in there, gets on the mic and say, yeah, I agree with what you're saying as far as the agenda, but I disagree with what you're saying as far as the wedding and stuff. I believe you'll go to your kid's wedding, blah, 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 blah. But long story short, all in all, they agree with what he don't want. So it's like, damn. And then then like I said, people get on there and say, oh, uneducated or this and that. Clearly, you just want to, just because my opinion ain't what your opinion is, you want to just label me, quote unquote, stupid, pretty much. Because why? Because I got an opinion that's not yours.
It's not so much calling somebody ignorant because you got an opinion that's not mine. It's because if your opinion isn't based on anything, then I have to say that yeah. But your shit has no basis. You feel me? Like perspective wise, nigga will understand that. So nobody's saying that your opinion is uneducated because you're coming from the perspective of like livelihood. You're giving information and back information, but that's also all our perspective because you got other people who's maybe straight, raise a whole straight family within the gay community, and everybody grows up straight. You get what I'm saying? So that person's like, yo, you mutton it. So that's why people are like, yo, you're being ignorant to the situation because you're not even looking at something that may have been evaluated with a bunch of heterosexual people in a gay community, living solely in a gay community. Like how the kids are raised up and how this thing influenced them, affected them in a situation. You feel me? So that's why people are like, yo, y'all niggas is talking just off of emotion, which I think might happen, which I feel about the situation.
That's always the thing. It's always been the thing with your kids. You don't want your kid to see drug dealers at no young age. You don't want your kid to see violence at no young age. You don't want your kid to play with guns at a young age. All in the fear of them growing up to do that. So when you turn around and say, I don't want my kid to see this certain thing because that's not how I want, simply because that's not how I want them to grow up. Now I'm wrong because it's this certain lifestyle.
See, but here's the problem with this is my personal opinion about how that's approached. Mm-hmm. Who are you to evaluate me? For me to feel like I'm right or wrong. You get what I'm saying? What I'm doing for my household is what I'm doing for my household. Mm-hmm. How I raise my village is my village. If everybody around me agree with me, then that's how we rocking. Mm-hmm. And then this shit can expand if we want to keep growing up. We're going to keep that shit where we at. But I'm not obligated to listen to what you said.
And agree to it.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can hear you out at all times. You're talking very loud. I hear you. Mm-hmm. I see you.
Fact.
Kudos to you. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I still go back and be like, yo, y'all niggas tighten up.
Right.
If that's my perspective.
Right.
If a nigga came out with an R&B album and he was gay when nobody said a word. But because a nigga could spit and he giving niggas challenge on the charts, it's like, alright, dog, you doing too many outlandish things. This nigga dressed up as a whole Kool-Aid ad and did his music video. Yeah, but you dancing on the devil. What's the difference? He dressed up as a Kool-Aid ad. You dancing on the devil. Wayne turned himself into a whole demon and pulled of blood with bitches. Eminem bathed in tubs of blood. What are y'all talking about right now?
And both of those people were not for kids.
But
Granted, the
and
kids.
we had this conversation before.
Ouch.
Dog he did not come out as for kids. How you know that he wasn't just a gay dude that liked doing cosplay, and that's why he dressed up like a cowboy?
Bro,
and came up with the song.
We can't.
I want to take you down to the Old Town Road, and he talking about his new fling that he trying to bring back to.
Yeah, you right. We not.
You
gonna
feel me?
have
Like
that
you never
conversation
know.
Again, nah, cause we not gonna have that conversation again, bro.
I'm just saying, dog.
We
like,
not
you
having
never
that
know.
conversation
He talking about
again,
it was kid
bro.
friendly. He never told
It
you this
was.
for the jits, bro.
Yes, it was
It was
about him
just
going to
catchy enough for
the.
them
Yes,
niggas to
it
catch on
was
to
about
it.
him going to the schools and doing it for them.
Wow,
That's exactly what that is, bro.
that's crazy.
That's exactly what that is, bro.
That's crazy.
That's exactly what marketing and promoting is, bro.
That nigga probably came to them with some crazy ass music video like this, like yo, hey, buddy.
Did you
can't do that.
Did you even had a? Did
How
you
about you
even,
just ride a horse?
Did you even had a childhood YouTube star on your remix?
What? Who?
On the remix to Old Town Road with him, Young Thug, Billy Ray, and the 13-year-old at the time.
But look who's on the song. It goes on the song.
Look who's on this song. If that's not a fucking cross. If that's a whole remix. And if that ain't no cross promotion, then I don't know what is. Come on, bruh. You get wait. So if you not if that's not a kid's song, you wouldn't even put no 13-year-old on there.
That's like saying if that was the case, then we wouldn't have heard of Wayne when we heard of Wayne. If that was the case, we wouldn't have heard of Wayne when we heard of Wayne. He was like 13 years old when he dropped shit.
But he was around a bunch of grown people, bruh.
Okay, this just ended up around a bunch of grown people.
No, he was on there. He wasn't spitting no crazy. He was spitting some childish shit, bruh. He was on there spit. He's a childhood whatever YouTube crazy whatever star he could sing or some shit he was doing, but he's on there. So who is he bringing to the song? Who is he bringing to the song?
The world, Craig.
Bro, stop it.
The world.
Stop. Who answer the question, bro? Who is he bringing to the
world,
song?
Craig.
Who is the 13-year-old bringing to the song?
All of his viewers, because all
who
of
is his viewers?
Listen, all of his viewers ain't jits. I'm
Wait a
pretty sure
minute,
it's people that just.
He was 13 years old, bro.
And he was a TikTok star.
He was it was before TikTok. He was like a YouTube star. I think
star.
I think he went viral singing in Walmart or some shit, and then he went with that
the little white boy with the amazing voice.
Yes.
He has an amazing voice. Put him on a song. Oh snap!
Bro, don't, bro. Stop that shit, bro. Who is he?
Snap,
Who ain't no grown people running to no track because he's on there, bro. I ain't even know who he was. He was on there. I had to.
Yeah, white people that was like, oh, it's another amazing country voice again. We got Billy Ray, and then we got this white boy at the end.
Stop it, bro.
Huh?
Stop it.
Nah, just shit.
Stop it.
You never know.
Nah, I know.
You don't want to know.
I know. Fuck that. I know, niggas. It's ways to do shit without saying it, and that's the way of the world today. It been like that. Niggas ain't gotta come say, hey, this song for the kids and it be for the kids, or not. Let me not say be for the kids, but you feel me? It's something that, and that's not the song that everybody. That's not the song that we talking about. We not saying that. Oh, he was on that song giving our kids a bad agenda, pushing a bad agenda. We talking about what you did after you got our kids' attention. After purposely trying to get their attention. So you went and got their attention for what? To do this, to do what you doing?
Oh, man.
You can't tell me you don't want the kids if you at these schools performing it for them at multiple schools. You can't tell me you ain't promoting to them or marketing to them to get them as fans. And we talking about first graders, 6-year-olds and all that. We ain't talking about 14, 15, 16-year-olds.
All right, boom. So we mad that the music is doing it. We know how the music get down, the music get you feel me, get you up, get you jumping or whatever. But niggas not also taking into perspective that outside of if the nigga's listening to Lil Nas X or if he's listening to Cardi B. You feel me? If a jit is like, let's say, 13, 14 years old, a little bro is like 5, 6 years old, and he looking at big bro, and big bro is twisting and twirling and dressing all, you feel me? Living his truth, if that's the case. And it's like, Lord knows how long it's been going on or whatever, but did anybody try to put a stop to it? Did anybody try to ask the kid what was going on? Whatever, but now this jit is seeing that.
Right.
Fuck music.
Right. It's in the household now.
It's in the crib. I'm seeing my brother like this. I'm seeing like my sister more manly than anything, so I carry myself more manly, and it trickles down to where we just some rough ass dimes in this crib type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or however it go. You watch your sibling and it just trickling and trickling and trickling and trickling, and now it's just a crib full of.
Right.
You feel me? It's
right.
like, is it really genetics? Is it something that's
No, it ain't.
Is it something mental?
It ain't genetics, and I grant
Is it psychological? Is it what you see? Is it what you feel? Is it biological? You feel me? Like that's the questions that people have, just because you're not that. So open-minded person, it's like, okay, you are what you are, or you do what you do. I don't want to say you are what you are, but you do what you do.
Right.
And who am I to be bothered? Who am I to sit there questioning you, stress it?
But
now,
you
when
human
people are
too.
pushing it,
That's the issue, bro. You could be bothered by everything else, but when you speak on certain shit, and it's because they tie all of it together. Just because I have a different opinion on it don't mean I want to cause harm to you. And that's the whole issue. That's the bigger picture. And me for one, I get it.
See, but in speaking in that perspective, that's like when you gonna allow a white man to walk up to you and tell you all his fears about you and why he profiled you before he was able to walk up and have this conversation with you? Are you able to sit there and listen to a nigga just downplay you and sit there and tell you like, dog, it's just, like I just don't like the way that you carry
But I ain't
yourself.
downplaying nobody.
Okay, but your approach to the situation would be what? Yo, you could do what you do, but I just don't like the fact that you exposing it to the kids like that. And you ask you, how am I exposing it to the kids? Dog, with what you creating. But wait, is it because of what I created, or is it because how it's pushed, which is out of my control of who shares it? Now it's like, but why would you create something like that? Because I had the right to create it, just like you have that right to have an opinion about what I created.
I'm not mad about what you create. I'm mad about. I'm mad about. And granted, I mean, yeah, he probably was, quote unquote, forced, as far as business wise, to show up to those schools. But you got a responsibility to uphold now. Maybe it was a business problem. Maybe it was a business move. Maybe it was a tour decision. It was you ain't got no choice. You got to go to these schools. This is what. And maybe if that's what it is, then fine. Then maybe you not the problem. Maybe who we need to be talking about is behind the scenes. And since we don't know, sadly but unfortunately, you taking the rap for that shit because you're the face of whatever these people behind you are promoting. Nigga don't know who or what.
I think that's why Jit don't stress it like that. That's why you see him tweet.
He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. And he don't give a fuck, and he shouldn't. But at the same, he don't give a fuck, and he shouldn't. But at the same time, that doesn't stop somebody from having an opinion, and it also don't make them wrong for having their opinion by saying, "Yo, you doing this shit the way this shit just rolled down and went down was nasty, bruh." Not saying I disagree with her. I ain't never not want to say, yeah, you wrong for being who you are. But the way this shit just went down is nasty. And just because I openly say I don't want my kids to see that shit, am I wrong? No. Just like I'm not wrong for saying I'm openly don't want to see my kid. I don't want my kid to see two females on the stage scissoring each other. Just like I ain't wrong for saying I don't want my kid to see no video no niggas doing no hardcore rap with no niggas sipping no lean or drinking or taking no pills. I ain't wrong for saying that shit. So why I gotta be so off the wall and crazy and outraged if I say the same shit about this? And it's because, like I say, the way they had the way they whole past, their whole history, and a nigga understand that shit. But you can't keep tying everything somebody say to the history of what y'all went through, because everybody not talking in that fashion.
But listen to how you sound right now, bro. You
how?
sound like a white person trying to say,
No,
yo,
I
I'm not
don't.
responsible for slavery. I wasn't that. I don't think that way. I don't behave that way. So why do you look at me like that, bro? Like, I know what they did to you all those years back, but come on, man.
No,
We're in
bro.
2021. We're not trying to do
That's
that
not,
no more. I'm
because,
a whole different
because
person.
No, because
that's exactly
no,
what that
it's
sounds
not,
like,
it's
bro.
not, because I'm not, just like, I'm talking about me, bro. I'm not judging a white person just because they white. If you do some racist shit to me and then try to tell me that shit, I'm not going for it.
But I'm just saying how you sound towards the art.
But if I'm sitting here telling you, I'm not promoting that past shit. I understand what that is and all that other shit. I'm not telling you not to live your life. I ain't even telling you not to be who you is. So I can't be sounding like them, because I'm not telling you to, and I'm not abusing you. I'm not doing that shit. So there's no way that I'm promoting how they living. Or I'm not promoting how they was treated back then. I'm not promoting that shit. Not once did I say they deserve to lose their life. They deserve to be beat. They deserve to be shunned, ostracized. None of that shit. So there's no way I sound like that.
Well, what I'm saying is, you have white people who's never, even within their lineage, had any participation in slavery, had any participation in any discomfort to black people, or any prejudice towards them. They was completely helpful, completely in agreement, and everything like that all their life. But you might fuck around and meet somebody, and God forbid the situation pop off, and it's like, nah, bro, you can't help me because you want no crackers. And dog trying to talk to you and tell you, yo, I don't have no pressure with you. I'm not like that. You feel me? I'm just saying that, y'all could have handled that shit a whole different way. Nah, man, you saying that shit because you just a cracker. You don't know what we go through. You don't know what, and that's how the conversation will go. That's exactly how the conversation will go. Dog, like, yo, I've got nothing. This is where I got black friends come from. Like, I grew up with black people. What are you talking about? Like, I don't know what you. There ain't no racism in me. But it's like, just in the melee of a situation that divides the two. That's how the conversation is going to be between the white people that's trying to get on our side to help us, and we're saying, like Dr. Umar, nah, you can't walk with us. If you're going to fight, you got to fight from the inside on your side. And it's like, bro, I get you on that, but right now on a physical fight, I got to get on your side because there's more than on that side. And there's more of a, nah, you can't come here because you're white. But you're not even listening to me, because I'm telling you, I'm in no disagreement with you. I'm just simply trying to say there's another way we can handle this shit, and y'all niggas handling that shit buzzing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's like, yo, I ain't got no problem with you being gay. I ain't got no problem with you being lesbian. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm just saying, like, there's certain tasteful things that, nah, nigga, you just uncomfortable. Everybody's just uncomfortable.
That's the thing.
And
though.
it's like, I get your opinion.
People act like
but the
you have
passion
no
that you
right
put
to be
behind
uncomfortable.
That's just like the people who fighting for the people who don't give a fuck. Yo, if that person's, I was about to fuck around and speak in first person.
Nigga treat you like an imbecile. Why? Because you might be uncomfortable. Granted, and just because you uncomfortable, you could be uncomfortable in your own right, bruh. You not promoting. Granted, he apologized for the shit, and he said, yeah, he whatever. But if a nigga if I sounded like, or if you tell me, yeah, you sound like how I was back in the days, and I sit here and I tell you and I explain to you where I'm coming from, you can't tell me what I mean. Or you can't tell me what I really meant.
I'm not telling you what you mean or what you really meant. I'm telling you what you sound like.
Yeah, but if I tell you what I mean,
I hear what you mean.
After you telling me what I sound like.
So I'm going to understand. Somebody else who's listening is going to keep hearing that you've explained what you mean. But sometimes you need to just say what you mean and mean what you say. So how you say something can sound like how other people use that same cadence, same wording, same word play.
Right.
To justify something else.
Right.
That's like reading the Bible, and niggas use this verse for this, but then you can use that same verse to justify that. And it's a complete opposite from the same thing that's justified. You get what I'm saying? So that's my point of you sound like even people who are saying, yo, I have no problems with you.
It's okay,
But
what
it's just uncomfortable with me seeing so many of you.
So what I sound like when I say I ain't got no problem with drug dealers, I just don't want my kids to see that. What I sound like then? It's not that's okay to say.
But wait. If you don't want your kids to see the drugs,
If I say I don't want my kids to possibly become a drug dealer by seeing drug dealers on videos and all that other shit, so I don't want my kid to see that. What I sound like then?
you always sound like a concerned parent.
Why can't I be a concerned parent in the other fashion?
Because you're not talking to your kids. You're not having conversation with people, with adults.
If I come out in the open and I say I don't want my kids to see this because of this, I don't want my kids to see drugs because of that. If I'm on my phone.
Here's my point. Here's my point, right? Why?
Why what?
You don't want your kids to see it?
And possibly just be to prevent them.
That'll be that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it more so in a sense of somebody or a few people have asked you, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Or is it an inclusion moment where it's like, I'm just going to drop my opinion on this because I agree with what someone else said, and I'm going to put my passion behind what someone else said and ride with what, not saying this, just say ride with it, but I'm gonna go with this campaign, and now we have this coalition of people behind us that also agree, and I'm just supposed to be able to just, I said that, it's cool, not realizing that there's an opposition of people that's like, hey, we got something to say about that shit that you said. Well, you like, yo, but it's my crib. You could have kept that shit in your crib. You didn't leave it in the crib. Now you came to talk to us about what you're doing in your crib. So now we got a bunch of suggestions of how you should do in your crib, and now you snapping at me because of your crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where it's coming like.
But it's on.
Nobody really have like, to the people who have platforms and get asked these questions in interviews that's recorded as just as this is.
Yeah.
Now if people come at us and start asking questions and shit like that, somebody might assume you know the opposite of me. No, don't.
Yeah.
Don't. You don't know me.
I'm just no.
You feel me?
See, but just like but that's the thing. Just like times have changed. Shit has changed, bro. But you gotta allow people to. You can't just stigma. Just like we. It's the stigma that's on so much shit, bro. It's
like
the whole
so
stigma.
many people
want to
be seen in a better light.
It's that. Yeah. See,
but it's like, what is a better light?
See, a nigga not saying, oh,
if
he don't deserve. Nigga not
life.
saying he don't deserve to be successful. He don't deserve to feed his family. He don't deserve this just because of how he living. That's not what we saying. We not saying shut him out from the world because of how he living and all that other shit. That's not what we on, bro. Or that's not what I'm on. Let me stop saying we. But the people that understand certain shit that be said, this is how I see it. When I agree with certain things that be said, it's not on the fact that I don't want to see it. I'm uncomfortable with saying it. Just I feel like on the same level of not wanting my kid to see drugs, violence, and this on the same level because I feel like they might become that or they might be traumatized by that or whatever. I have the right to feel that about the other side too. So you want just because and that could be, and then you don't. And if I don't elaborate, granted, if I don't elaborate, fine, that's cool. It could be all type of shit. You don't want your kid to be a drug dealer because they might get locked up, they might get killed. You don't want them to see no violence because blah 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 blah. It could be the same shit on the other side. Granted, I might not elaborate on it, but it could be the same shit exactly.
And everybody's because I don't want why not? Everybody's like, what's the problem if your kid does?
If I elaborate and say. Because if I elaborate and say because of the violence that I was to say because of the violence that they gotta suffer, or because I don't want my kid to have to go through that shit, then what would I be understood then, or is it still gonna be I'm ignorant and uneducated, even though it's a known fact that y'all suffer violence and abuse and all that other shit, just like it's a known fact that these people on this side suffer violence and abuse. It's just not. It's like damn, like we get the stigma. Well, I get the stigma. But nigga been talking about this shit for too long. I just realized how long we been talking about this shit and how much I'm gonna have to add it. But man, for real.
There's a lot of shit going on in the world. We gonna catch up with y'all.
Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. 3 episodes, you feel me? Episode 11. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share with y'all friends.
Follow on Instagram.
You feel me? At Joint Conversation Pod. You feel me? And remember, it's just conversation.